Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. Look, there was some Oscar controversy. It was so last week, but I was just looking at the trending videos on YouTube. I didn't actually watch the Oscars. I've seen the slap from just about every single angle that you could possibly imagine. But I wasn't aware Billie Eilish performed. And look, as far as interesting singers go, she's certainly one of them. She has her own aesthetic. She has her own choices, and definitely her own style and tone. And when you put that together with Finneas, who's her brother / producer in most of her sort of work, you get a very interesting combination that's ultra modern, but yet somehow classic, and also has a beauty to it in its dark, rich tapestry of just melancholy, right? So, I don't think I've heard this. This is from, it's I guess it's the No Time to Die James Bond theme. I don't think I've heard it. Either way, whatever. Let's jump right in. This is from the Oscars 2022. Let's take some focus off some animosity and put it back on the creativity, shall we? All right, here we go.
Please welcome Academy Award winner Rami Malek.
Love Rami Malek. Good dude.
James Bond films are an indelible part of our cinematic history. The legendary franchise has produced 6 Oscar-nominated songs, including the title track from our film, No Time to Die. With this exquisite and haunting piece, our next performers have captured the feeling of this film in ways that only can be expressed by music. Please welcome the 2 phenomenal artists and songwriters who co-wrote it, Billie Eilish and Finneas.
Ooh, nice.
I'd leave alone. Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you owe. Was I stupid to love you? Was I reckless to help? Was it obvious to everybody else that I'd fallen for a lie? You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you dead in paradise? And now you'll never see me cry. There's just no time to die.
Okay, hang on. Wow, so much to talk about. Oh my god. I'm so glad I missed this, because this is a great reaction video. Listen, look, Finneas is a genius, right? He really is. In his, I mean, I'm not sure how much assistance he had composing this. I'm sure it was like, it wasn't just dropped on these guys and say, go somewhere and write a song for Bond. I'm sure there was a room full of writers and stuff like that. So I don't want to give too much credit individually to Finneas, but I'm going to have to, because I don't know what the credits are. Listen, the opening just chord, where is it? Just on the piano, the opening motif on the piano, it evokes the, that semitone sort of James Bond. You know, it just evokes that. Just in the first few notes. And just that little sweep up with the strings. He's not playing the notes. He's making you experience the notes without playing them. And that's, oh my God, that's genius. And look, Billie has this way of, she has a way about her that makes you feel like you're witnessing one of those elusive, discovered, classic performances from some other era. But it's not. It's modern and it's here and it's now. But she has this air about her of a classic starlet from a bygone era, right? And it's strange because it's the way that she sings isn't that style. It's not like she's emulating like Edith Piaf or someone like that. It's like she's got her own understated, almost mumbled delivery that's just so effortless and silky and smooth and beautiful. And it's, I mean, and you know, you think you'd get over it, but she has this way of innovating with her melodies and the way the choices that she makes. It always makes it sound fresh and new, right? Yeah, wow. Like, just listen to the...
I should have known.
Even just the choice of melody there, right? It's just harmonically captivating. Just for that first line, I should have known.
I'd leave alone. Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you owe. Was I stupid to love you? Was I reckless to help? Was it obvious to everybody else?
Listen to how they're working together, right? Like, this is, you can hear this is low for Billie, so it must elevate, must get pretty high. But she's not bottoming out. She's just breathing through the notes. Was it obvious to... You know, rather than sort of having to push down into it, she's relaxed into it. And because she's so subtle and quiet down there, Finneas is matching that energy with his harmonies here so that he's not overpowering her. He's not singing in full voice because she's not. You know, he's like just casually accompanying her in a way that almost if you didn't see him singing, you wouldn't be sure if there was a backing track with Billie singing. Great.
That I'd fallen for a lie. You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. I did the paradise, and now you'll never see me cry.
See how Finneas is just really delicately accompanying her on the journey through those high melodic notes. Like, listen again, his right hand, whatever he's playing. Right. Not sure what key they're in, but you can hear him just up there in the tiny notes.
Fool me twice. I did the paradise, and now you'll never see me cry.
And he's super delicate with the his attack on the notes as well. So it almost sounds like Billie's doubling herself, but with her voice as a piano. You know, like, it's so well put together. It's so beautifully orchestrated.
Never see me cry. There's just no time to die. I let it burn. You're no longer my concern. Faces from my past return. Another lesson yet to learn. just no time to die.
Oh. Wow. Look at all these blank faces, man. They just witness greatness. This is the problem with playing to like a crowd like this that are, you know, they're not there to see you. And I'm sure they all just thought that was fantastic, but they're just doing their Hollywood. Yes, that was, you know, when do we get to my award? Blah, 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 nonsense. What a captivating performance. Stick around after the break. I'm going to give a summary. I've got some additional thoughts on this one as well. Hey guys, this video was made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description, it'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. All right, so, one of the things I thought was actually brilliant, right, is the choice to use lasers on stage, because I mean that in itself is a Bond aesthetic, right? He's always avoiding getting cut in half by the laser because the villain spoke for too long and told him the entire plan. But the fact that rather than hitting her with a single spotlight, which would be the token concept with a performance like this, you've got her on a single spot, you got Finneas with a spot maybe lit from behind. The orchestra is really subdued in the background. They had a prism of light around her that was, it was rotating or oscillating, with lasers. So it was almost like she was in like this sort of like polygonal spotlight, which was super interesting to look at aesthetically. You can sort of see it there. Oops, my bad. Again, sorry, I've got this minimized for copyright reasons, but yeah, like if you go and watch the clip, you'll see what I'm saying. There's this beautiful aesthetic of just having her surrounded by almost like in a prism, like a danger prism, which is really cool. And again, there's these little telltale things like when you listen to the final cadence here. Where is it? Oh, that's everyone clapping here. Just this final little artistic choice right here.
There's just no time to die.
Just that little wispy little bit of intrigue, like International Man of Mystery style, which is just beautiful. Like, I wonder whose idea that was. But yeah, look, this was just a stunning performance on all accounts. Oh, look, they've added more lasers to the mix. It was such a great choice to have this at the Oscars because obviously it's so enriched with cinematic flair and like panache, if that makes sense. Like, it's just like, it just feels cinematic. And, you know, if this was in a movie, it'd probably be arranged very similarly, but on a dingier stage with maybe some smoke effects to, like, you know, a smoky jazz hall kind of aesthetic rather than a glitzy mirrored stage. But man, look, it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful composition. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I've got up here like a list of 27 of the Bond themes, and historically, it's such a privilege to be given the nod to deliver one of these themes. And there's always this underlying requirement within it to have that mystery and intrigue and all that sort of stuff built in. But man, I forgot. I was thinking like Shirley Bassey was a big one. That was one that really jumped out to me. I was trying to think who Billie sort of fits in with, and to me, it's like those classic ones that are sultry, and have that sort of old world class about them. And that's kind of where this feels to me. But when you look back through historically all the different Bond themes, like there was Madonna, she did Die Another Day, Alicia Keys and Jack White, which I don't remember that one. But like Tom Jones, right? Thunderball. Who else are you going to get to do Thunderball but Tom Jones? You know, like classic sort of swinger kind of energy. Hang on, what does it say here? Jones is an eloquent and effective deliverer of songs which ooze the languid sentiment, but John Barry and Don Black's effort is the first Bond song to sound formulaic All the angular bass riffs are there, along with the belting vocals, but it's a curiously joyless effort. I mean, come on. Lulu, Rita Coolidge, Paul McCartney and Wings, Live and Let Die. That was a whole trip to it unto itself. Like, I don't know that there's so much of a Bond aesthetic to that one, but it was just a great song, and also a great cover by Guns N' Roses in the early 90s as well, which is sort of more how I know it. Chris Cornell did 2006, You Know My Name. Sheryl Crow. Adele did Skyfall. That one sort of has that old world charm and mystique as well. I think that was a great choice, as was Billie. Let's see. Louis Armstrong. Shirley Bassey did Moonraker. That was the one I'm thinking of. Duran Duran. Garbage. That was an interesting choice too, because, I mean, they're very electronic sounding. They're known for not playing with, like, live sound on stage. They always do things with emulation with the guitars, and they use electric drums and things, which is interesting. Gladys Knight. Shirley Bassey did Goldfinger. Actually, that might be the one I'm thinking about. Goldfinger, 1964. Back when it had to be big and vivacious and, you know, have that sort of charm. Tina Turner did Goldeneye. Nancy Sinatra. Oh, You Only Live Twice. Big song. Diamonds Are Forever. Look, there, you know, there's a history there that, you know, I feel like this was dripping with the history of the choices that have come before it, but still maintained that modern aesthetic, so that it's interesting to the, you know, the general public in 2022. If you dragged out Shirley Bassey or someone from the past to deliver something in that classic sort of 60s style, it would probably come off more like an Austin Powers theme rather than a Bond theme, because Bond has definitely evolved too. It used to be cheesy, schmaltzy kind of, where Austin Powers wasn't much of a stretch, to the point now where it's much more of a serious action, intrigue, spy kind of aesthetic. That this is like, this suits it beautifully, because now it's about class and style. And what could be more classy and stylish than that performance? So, yeah, but this was interesting. I'm glad I did this one. I'm glad I hadn't witnessed it beforehand. Yeah, so again, if you guys feel like I've brightened your day at all, feel free to support the channel just by buying me a coffee. There's a link in the description to a PayPal account. And yeah, subscribe, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to look around, see if there's any more cool performances from the Oscars I didn't know about, or maybe the Grammys, because they've been on now. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.